Celtic world has more than its share of the supernatural, legends, and myth, which sometimes cross the line into reality. I tell those tales here on Dark Celtic History. The incident at Queen's University in Belfast. Queen's University is in the city of Belfast in the north of Ireland. Close to the university is Queen's Elm Village that provides accommodation for students. A tower block, now demolished, once stood in the village. It is the site of a story of a haunting that once terrorized a student residing in room 611 in the block 40 years ago. Now, it has been the subject of reports in the Belfast Telegraph and the BBC in Northern Ireland over recent days. Needless to say, around this time of year, around Halloween, you always see an increase in ghost stories and the paranormal. But this one seems to stick around all year long. The story involves an account given by a man named Ken, who is described as a respected geneticist, now in his 60s, has told how he and other students at Queen's University in Alanbrooke Hall were haunted by a figure of pure evil over a 3-year period in the early 1980s. The evil in room 611 is described as an extraordinary experience of supernatural activity. He later became convinced of the experience when he learned that 3 former students of the room had died. Ken described seeing an apparition of a large black silhouette which gave you the feeling of dread and pure evil when in its presence. Even his friend and roommates told him of a similarly disturbing experience. Now, on another occasion, Ken says he was alone on the 6th floor of the halls one weekend when he heard loud footsteps approaching his door, and just stopped outside his door. After a short period, the door started to be violently kicked and banged. Ken opened the door thinking it was a joke and trying to see what was happening, but there was nobody there, and the corridor was empty. Both Ken and his roommates James also witnessed desk drawers opening by themselves, pages of books turned by an invisible hand, flying cutlery, and other incidents, as if the entity was looking for something. Now, although skeptical about ghosts, Ken cannot get over the fact that he saw one 40 years ago. Other students who had previously similar experiences are coming forward now that Ken has decided to tell a story. An incident that took place after Ken was attributed to clumsiness by the university, but now is regarded as pure poltergeist activity. A female student who had broken her arm and collarbone while running down a staircase now tells the rest of her story. She was too embarrassed to share at the time. Now, her roommate came into the room and saw her being molested by an invisible creature. She was being held down and could not move. It was only when others came to her aid that she was able to get free and make her escape. The roommate was astonished, especially as a cold mass traveled through her in pursuit of her roommate. The girl says that just as she reached the staircase, a force shoved her from behind and she went tumbling down. Students on the stairs below and from her room came rushing to her aid, and as she looked back up the stairs, she could see a black mass dissipate as her aid arrived. The girl left school that night with just the clothes on her back, an excellent student with nothing to lose. She went home and never returned. Her friends and family say she became very religious.